Hello and welcome back to our France campaign. Do you ever feel like we're somewhat responsible for what's happening to the Byzantines right now? I mean, we did join that crusade and now the Byzantines are falling apart. I can't help but feel responsible. But also I can't help but feel that Hungary are probably happy with the outcome given, that they're right on the borders and they're big and they're strong and they're stable and they can eat all of the bits that split off. So, hey, probably worked out for them. You know what's not working out for the eastern side of the world? The Mongol Empire. Yep, it's huge, it's massive, and it's growing. They almost have all of China. Wonder what happens if the Mongol Empire forms China. That's probably weird. That probably creates a weird scenario. Anyway, we are about to finish our military schools, which is great. And we're about to go on some kind of activity. We're going to a grand wedding. Okay. So, we're going to do that. We're kind of doing what we were doing last time. We do have a lot of money, though. Is it maybe time for us to upgrade a few more of our men-at-arms? Potentially. You know what we should do? We should wait for military schools to finish, upgrade our holding, and then upgrade men-at-arms. Oh, I did also see a suggestion for what might be the root cause of our crashing. Not a solution to fixing it, but I did see a suggestion that it could be when it recalculates succession that is causing the crash, because it tends to happen when we hover over characters or titles, right? And when it hovers over characters and titles, it starts doing its recalculating of succession, which we've seen before with us as well. So it could be that when it's doing multiple recalculating of successions in a row, it causes the game to crash. Now, I don't know how I feel about that. We'd have to actually go back and have a look at all the crashes, but it sounds more plausible than anything else. Anyway, we are at this grand wedding, so that's what we're going to do. Right. Couple days passing. Oh, you've invited me to your council. Oh, okay. So my son learned Italian. That's cool. Oh, we need to check whether they've made their way back to us. You'd like me to be steward of England? Sure. Am I good at stewardship? I guess I'm not terrible because our wife's helping us. Steward we've had before is really good because it gives you money. That's basically the main thing. Like, it gives you just extra money. So, good. Right. Anyway, back to this. Oh, no, I was going to check my children, wasn't I? So, the children are currently still located in Pisa. Although it does say at your court in Pisa, which is weird. Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll fix themselves when they come of age, but yeah, I don't want to move them because I have to change their educator. But if it thinks it's my court, that's fine. Whatever. That's fine. Okay. Grand wedding. So who's getting married? It's our niece, right? Yeah, Marguerite, our niece. So this is Amar's daughter. Okay, cool. Let's go. Can't wait. The parade. The arrival of the groom, Earl Jourdain, was accompanied by great fanfare, a whole parade of richly caparisoned horses dropping silver shoes for the commoners to collect, drums, lyres, bagpipes, mimes, and gestures. Now the parade is broken up, but it still attracts quite a crowd, distracted from the ongoing ceremony. I wish I could enjoy everything at once. Instead, I flutter between a juggling show, petting the horses, and a fire-eating performance. So exciting, or I want in too? Oh yeah, I definitely want in. I want, 100 gold. Oh, yes, sorry, I got distracted and remembered something. Somebody asked about the... I'm going to go to the first in case it does crash. Somebody asked about the Kingdom of Aquitaine. Yes, doesn't exist in this start. Yeah, all of the default kingdoms are different in this start, as I think are the default empires probably, although maybe not, maybe they're mostly the same, but yeah. Anyway, default things are a little bit different depending on what start there is. Aquitaine exists in the earlier start to show that France and Aquitaine were kind of separate, although I don't think it's called France in the earlier starts either, but anyway, to show that they're separate, and then in this start it's kind of congealed into one kingdom. That's kind of what we're doing here. Anyway, that's fine. Let's just clear out that and go back to the grand wedding. Oh yeah, somebody else asked about culture. I knew there was something else with France. Somebody else asked about culture. Yes, I want to stay as the French culture rather than merging it, just because I want to stay as the French culture. But yeah, in order to become in charge, we're going to have to be stronger than this guy. Because I think it's based on military strength. It might be based on number of counties, but I think it's military strength for this one. So, yeah, once we're stronger, we should become the cultural head. And we're not that far away if we continue expanding. Anyway. Oh yeah, also, I know I keep getting distracted. Two things. We should probably start fabricating a claim on this title. Just because it'll make our realm look nice if I have that title as well. And we should also... Oh, yeah, you should be doing something else. Why don't you increase control over there? So that's fine. Yeah, I think that works. There's something else. Can I remember what it is before I unpause? No, I think that's it. I think that's fine. Right. To our grand wedding. It'll probably come back to me soon. Oh, outliving a child. Our daughter died. So is this the daughter who's away somewhere else? Yes, it is. She died of consumption. Oh, okay. Well, that's not ideal. Anyway, carrying on. New liege. King Aubrey was murdered. And now we have King Joffrey, the Brute of England, who is low on health. Who's after him? Oh, Prince Joffrey. I see. There's only 11 living members of House Plantagenet right now. Yeah, they might be dying out. Okay. Interesting. Right, the wedding ceremony has happened. They have wed. We are now having the wedding banquet. Not too well. Earl Jourdain has really gone overboard with the preparations, and the well in the courtyard overflows with Cypriot Commandaria wines now collected through a silver bucket with a silver chain. As I curiously approach it, I see Baklava dangerously tripping over the ground close to it, goblet in hand. And try and convince them not to do that, or I'll just stay here very quietly and watch. I guess I'll just watch. She actually had less chance of falling into the well if I watched than if I tried to help her, which I think is very embarrassing for her. All over my new shirt. We could all tell that Guillem had too much to drink, even though he insisted on showing us how sober he was. Simply rising from his seat proved too much for him, and now I'm spattered with stinking vomit. Doing it prestige for 5 years, or I can say, whatever. I'll say, whatever. That's okay. Shimmering, shining. Fine sculptures, exotic tapestry, strange foreign flower arrangements, and more festoon the banquet hall. A veritable feast for the eyes. Near my seat, both King Arpad Bella and Queen Agnes share their opinions on the decorations. Now this is what I was expecting, booms Arpad Bella. A venue fit for a truly grand wedding. Frankly, I find it all a little exhausting, moans Agnes. I don't even know what's a seat and what's a decorative sculpture. So this is Agnes of Hungary. Oh, so this is husband and wife conversation. Well, real life me would be like, I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole, but Crusader Kings me says this is an event that pops up quite a lot, and it's choose which one you'd like in terms of the experience. Would you like stewardship experience, or would you like learning lifestyle? Well, given that King Arpad is the king, and it gives a stewardship lifestyle, I will take his one. Well, King of Hungary. Every feast is always one, every single feast. One long-winded, ill-born pissant cornering people who just will not be silent. This time it's Heli, and he's deeply confusing. His words clearly make sense to him, but they sound almost entirely unconnected to me. In half an hour trying to figure out what my part in this conversation is, I'm going to scream. Fall asleep promptly, which is a unique one for being lazy. Shut up, which gets us snooty for 15 years, or gently exit the conversation. I'll take the chance at a diplomacy lifestyle perk. It's 1 in 5. I didn't get it, but he gained opinion of me, which is nice. Okay. Every wedding banquet is host to a frankly interminable number of speeches. This one happens every single time for a grand wedding. You just pick whichever one you want. I'll just take opinion with the bride and groom. Now the wedding night starts, and we're going to have a second part of the banquet. Also, we have a daughter who's come of age. That's odd. She is a mastermind philosopher. Just not a bad trait. That's a pretty good education, I'd say, for her. And we've betrothed her to Portugal. Ah, yes, of course. Well, we will accept that one there. That secures our alliance with Portugal. And gets us some more house relations. Into the night. The newlyweds have taken their leave, consigned by the families to the bedchambers to consummate their union. The rest of us return to the banquet hall to make merry and celebrate. Cooped up all day, surrounded by strangers, as the ceremony and then banquet drag on and on interminably, I am relieved to now have liberty. The rest of the evening is mine to spend as I wish. Okay, so we can get Eager Reveler if we want. That's not bad, it's intrigue. We are kind of still an intrigue character. Or we can try and be friends with William Longchamp. I'll let loose. That's okay. Right, we'll get Eager Reveler. Which also means if we go to feasts and things, we will actually lose a little bit more stress, because we're shy, we usually wouldn't lose anything, I think. Hey, congratulations. So we get Guest to Wedding of the Century, which is some nice bonuses. Get some Eager Reveler experience, and we get some legitimacy for turning up. And our niece gets married, most importantly. Ooh, Dynasty Legacy. So if we're going to take the Dynasty Legacy, what's important here is that we have to decide whether we're going to disinherit our son. Because if we want to disinherit our son, it's going to cost us a pile of renown. I'm still 50-50 on it. Let's have a little look at our Dynasty Legacy again. How much does it cost? 750. So, if we're going to disinherit our son, we need to have 450. Yeah, and we need to be at, that would mean we'd need to be at, like, 1200. Yeah. Okay. I think we just go for the Dynasty Legacy now, and if we decide we're going to disinherit our son, we decide we're going to disinherit our son, and we need to get the renown some other way. So, previously we took Noble Veins. We're going to have to take Convergent Blood. I feel like if you go in for this, you just got to keep going in for this. So, reinforcing congenital traits percentage goes up. So, it means that you're going to have more chance of, like, keeping good congenital traits down the generations. Now, this wouldn't be a case where both parents have the same trait, because in that case, it definitely gets carried on. But it'd be a case in, let's say, one parent has Robust and one parent has Quick. You'd have a better chance of getting those traits. Right? Beyond this, I think this one is probably the last one that we should take in this line. I don't really care about this architected ancestry thing. You can do that manually by just marrying people with traits you want. And then this one, I think, is not actually good. I think the octogenarians might actually be a bad trait, because although having more life expectancy is good, if you have a longer life expectancy, it means that when your children inherit, they're inheriting older, which is kind of worse. You prefer that your children inherit earlier, generally, so that they've got longer to do things, and longer to do things while they're still healthy and not dealing with all the negative health traits. At least that's the way I see it. Anyway, we have some money. Should we upgrade our military schools? I just noticed that we could. Yeah. Sure, let's just upgrade our military schools. In fact, we shouldn't do any men-at-arms recruiting until we do that, because, yeah, men-at-arms recruitment cost goes down. So yeah, let's just continue buying military schools. That's fine. Caught outside. We will rest for 7 days. We're not in a rush. Renaud is not feeling well. Who's Renaud? Some guy who's traveling with us. He must be somebody we recruited. Maybe he's our captain. I will cure him. I did cure him. Well done. Ah, the hunter's art. To blindly chase a wild creature, launching arrow after arrow or spurring even ever harder. Futile, laughs Baldwin, my renowned knight. Beasts can be cunning. They scent the stalker on approach, scatter before the hunting pack, and turn violent when cornered. Bringing down quarries means knowing them and their wilderness well. Once the horn is sounded, never relenting. The most skilled of hunters is Baldwin. In his company, my son Arnold is coming to know the ways of God's creatures and the ways of outwitting them. So, this makes my son a hunter, which is one of the nice things about having the hunter trait. Oh, and we got a very, very similar event here. Seated at my side for the morning meal, my knight Francois regales me with a rare insights about courtiers, tells spectacular and absurd tales, and makes a startling amount of food and drink disappear. The fruits of life await all round, my duke, he says, ripe on the bough, tasted only by climbing after them heedlessly. Francois' enjoyment of life's fruits are the talk of all. Always he gathers friendship and fascination heedlessly. So this is the other side of it. This is you getting Eager Reveler as well. So our son now has the Hunter trait and the Eager Reveler trait, which is very nice. Must be guaranteed at a certain point, I guess. Also, that's now improved him. Or he got improved, I guess. So he now gets more Venator and Falconer experience. And his prowess went up. So he's becoming even better. Nice. Okay. Oh, I also could do with some more knights. Let's potentially invite some knights here. Let's get some more people into our court. Stormy weather. St. Nicholas clearly does not favour our voyage, as waves the size of castles come crashing down upon our humble vessel. The ship is rocked back and forth. Men and women alike cling to whatever they can to keep from turning overboard as the ship grows closer and closer to capsizing. I am of course stashed away with the other nobles in the safest part of the ship, but as the sky burns with thunder and the sea crashes down on us with all its strength, I fear I shall not live to see another day if I try to survive on faith alone. So I can trust my captain, or I will take the helm myself. I trust our captain. Oh. My caravan master died, although, like, he didn't, because he's still alive. So, okay. Oh, Guy died instead. I think Guy is actually the person who died. Okay, well, interesting. We're heading back. We'll replace him when we get back. Eustache? Eustache, you shall be recruited. You seem good enough. Welcome to the team. Okay. Carrying on. Council left court. He gained the county of East Riding. With him he took Countess Edla Alfhilsdotter with him, and presumably the child as well. Okay, well, child is no longer someone we're marking. How did John the Norman get land? Was he just granted it? Yeah, the king just granted him the land. Wow. Well, that's crazy. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess good for him. I don't think he was doing anything in our court, so I think that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he was actually doing anything in our court, but okay. Cool. A knight has arrived. Eves. Yeah, you can also be recruited. That's fine. Right. Oh, he was our marshal. Wait a second. Count Joffrey would like to be our marshal. He doesn't like it that we revoked his title, though. And wait, he was imprisoned. So, yeah, I'm instead going to go for Mayor Mikkel. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, get me that claim. Good. Oh, I think that was a notable guest has arrived. Guest. You have a useful county claim. You're not quite good enough to be a knight, but you do have confident knight. You're not terrible. What's your claim on? Claim is on that bit of land. It's within France. I don't really want to attack France. Yeah, sorry. I'm not really interested in that war right now. Maybe at some point, but not now. Okay, it's the first. What's our truce with you? Truce with him is 3 years. Okay, well, we'll wait a little bit on that then. We've just done autosave, so it's perfect time to make the game crash by trying to do some marriages. So, let's do that. So we're going to start with men. Actually, let's start with women. Women by age. Because this should be easier. Because if we've got any women who are too old to have children, we're not going to marry them off. So let's just go with you. So who were you previously married to? You were previously married to Guy. Okay. Well, you... Oh, I want to do it like this, right? Arranged marriage. find somebody in my court. You could marry Leonardo, but it's a little bit close on the... As in, like, that's... yeah, you're not going to have many years to have children. So let's go with this person here. Yeah, let's marry you to him. Okay, so that's fine. Reset the list, so that's that side of it done. Men. So, you... we can do the... marry court filter. Okay. So that leaves us with 10 people. Let's say that I want them to not be a ruler. I would like your children to be intelligent. So let's maybe go with... yeah, this person. So that gives us genius and intelligent passing down. Okay. Loop cannot marry. Eustache. It's the same type of thing here. You could marry Helvis here, who's Hale. Seems good. And Eves. Well, that's a very easy one here. There's literally only one person who matches our criteria. Let's go to the first, and then let's let an autosave happen. King Joffrey passed the crowned sovereign law. We didn't get invited because we were at a grand wedding when he would have started the coronation activity. We can go on a hunt at some point if we want to. Oh, now we're on a new month as well. Let's just do a quick reset court children check. Yep, we have another new child. In fact, I think we have a couple, don't we? You know what? We almost certainly had a crash because I remember it. I think I remember this person. Eleanor. Anyway. Let's do that. And then in here, I need a new personal physician. So best person is my seneschal who's about to die. Could go with you. Now, you're a novice physician already. So why are you good? Wise woman, learning education. Okay. Could go with my bishop as well. So I was thinking maybe if I go with my... How much is novice physician? Novice physician is plus 15. Yeah, I'm going to go with my bishop. And I'm going to get him to improve his own skills. If he can get novice physician, I think he goes up to at least good, if not excellent. So I think that'll work. Okay. Was my liege losing? The war where he's defending against these guys. Okay. And pay homage to my liege. We should do that. That gets us renown. I'm going to give nothing. We're also going to take a slightly different route. We're obviously going to go by boat because it saves us a lot of hassle. I'm going to go by boat and I'm going to head here. And we're going to do the same thing on the other direction. Right. That's fine. Let's go. Is my caravan master fine? Yeah. He was the one who was like, he's dead. And he's like, no, he's not. He's actually absolutely fine. Okay. This is fine. Daughter falls ill. Lamarche gained lack of sheriffs. That's not good. Well, has it got low control or something? Oh, it just gained it. William has arrived. Ah, William, you shall be recruited. Cool. Do I have anyone else who's arrived from that? No, unless the other person was, yeah, from that. Okay. Relations with this house have gone down because this person has fallen out with my daughter. Alright, there must have been a meet peers event happening. New cultural era. Everything's more expensive. Wonderful. Okay, we're at the first. Liege's war ended. He lost his war, and they've expanded a little bit. Okay. So, maybe the Britannia is a little bit further out than we thought it was. We're going to take the knee. It's the same as last time. We gained some renown. He gains some stuff as well on his side. It's generally just good for everybody to do that. Then we head back. Okay. Cool. How is... Yeah, so the Officers' Academies is still going. Odd lost Holy Fire. That's good. Cool. Okay. Make our way back down here. How's our truce? 3 years left. Wow, not a lot of time has passed in game, huh? I could potentially try and get another claim on something. What about you? Are you still allied? Yeah, you're still allied completely. You're allied to some people. East Anglia? Yeah, East Anglia is pretty strong. How about you? Ooh, some more. You're actually perfect. You're weak and you have no allies. You're actually just like 100% perfect. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Made our way back home. That's fine. We're on the 1st of August. Let's go back to our marriage court filter. And I thought we just got William into our court. Maybe I already married William off. Okay, whatever. Maybe I did that after. Maybe I did it in a different order than my brain is matching up with. Should I hold a hunt? I think we could hold a hunt. Yeah. We could also try a grand... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's see how much a grand tournament costs. Yeah. Let me just see if anything in here... So we got regimental grounds in one of them. What does regimental grounds give us? Cheaper wrestling. Okay. Might be worth checking that as well. So let's start here. Joust. Go for the cheapest possible tournament. Yeah, cheapest tournament is now 1,000. Yeah. It has doubled in cost. That's insane. Okay. Well, grand tournament. Here. Wrestling. Cheapest one here. So this is half price wrestling. So for 584 I can hold a wrestling grand tournament. I think it's worth it actually. I think it is worth holding a wrestling grand tournament. But I need to have a champion before I do that. Let's get ourselves a personal champion. My personal champion is going to be... Could be my Knight of Hunts. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's set him to improve skills. And then we are going to hold a grand tournament. Let's do it. It's going to be a very short grand tournament, but that's okay. And it's not going to have many prizes. It's purely being done for the for glory, basically. And our goal is to triumph or probably recruit. Our goal is to recruit. Let's go. 4 months till it starts. So I'm just seeing what we want. We probably want 10 camps, right? Any other contestants? Maybe. Yeah, probably tent camp is the one we want most here. Let's go. How long till you can do it? 16 days. Okay. 6 days. 5 days. Okay. Tent camp. Tournament Tales. A small crowd is gathered around a passionately orating William. They seem to be listening intently. True success springs from an undistracted mind. He narrows his eyes in consideration. Suppress memories which distract you. Use your opponent's weaknesses against them. Let me tell the tale of when my sister Margaret died in childbirth. Almost half an hour passes, but it feels like mere seconds. He sure knows how to spin a tale. Is this my knight? It's my courtier, not my knight though, actually. See, he's not good enough to be a knight? Oh, okay. So I increase my diplomacy. Which would be nice, I suppose. Or I can try and get some lifestyle experience. I'll just increase my diplomacy. It's fine. Which we can do because we're shy. We now need to go somewhere else. I'm not going to qualify, which is perfectly acceptable to me. Let's maybe go to the village so for interactions with inhabitant. I don't usually do that, but I also don't usually try and recruit. Liege is no longer in power sharing. That's not really something that really applies to us. A fool's performance. Come all, see the inscrutable Thibault. A colourfully clad man shouts, precariously balancing a chicken on his nose. I also know stories. Perhaps you'd like to hear something cheerful, like the tale of when Clotaire married Margaret, he says while doing a handstand. Or perhaps my lord would rather hear a grim story like when one of Amando's of one of when Anando's wife Isabel was killed in a storm at sea. I can get cheerful disposition, or I can just say I want to see you juggle. Yeah, I want to see you juggle, man. Let's go. 20 days till the next thing. There's a new competitor. Can I recruit? I can invite him to court. If I pay for his travel expenses, he'd say yes. Okay, we'll do that. Oh. It's okay. Just look. Oh, there's the game crashing. Okay, we're back. In case you're wondering, the thing I'm using to analyze the crash said that it was most likely related to something hooking onto the game, like, say, recording software. Looking suspiciously at the recording software to my left. Okay. There's a way to test that. There's a very easy way to test that. What we'll need to do is just leave the game running overnight with the recording software off. That would pretty much determine it. Anyway, let's go to the village. Yeah. A fool's performance. We've done this. Juggle man. Right. Easy enough. Bangar has arrived. I'm fairly certain Bangar already arrived, but maybe this is another Bangar? I don't know. Or it was a different Welsh name. Let's head over here. No, actually that was the king arriving, so actually no, it is in the same order. Food and drink is abundant during the tournament, to the delight of the attendees. 3 peasants in particular seem to be sharing what looks to be an entire keg of wine. Ah, what you get for that, you scullion, one sputters drunkenly, limply throwing a rock at his neighbour. Orson, I'm sorry. Oh ho ho, the victim covers his face, deflecting the attack. Help me, Rorgon. You're on your own there, Sigismund, the last one exclaims, downing an entire mug in one big gulp. And say they're rowdy, but I do need knights, so these 3 could join me. They are not good enough to be knights. I join them for a cup of wine. I can wind them up, or I can just say disgusting. Say disgusting. And move on. Okay, more people arriving. Francois has arrived. Francois is good enough to be a knight. We will recruit him. Okay, that's good. So let's go to the village. Keeping the peace. Where countless lords and knights gathered in one place, constant bickering is small wonder as old disputes reignite and vanity stokes friction. Listen here, you slippery bastard. Garrod snarls as William fingers his sword grip menacingly. Usually these petty shows of bravado end with a black eye at worst, but this fearsome quarrel threatens to tar the whole event. No one can say what started it. Okay, so my courtier and the person from House Armagnac. So this is not some bandit camp. Come, do not embarrass your host. Remove these troublemakers, or deck him, Garrod. No, I would be on William's side, I think. I say do not embarrass your host. William won the duel. Good job, William. I don't think I meant to say that, given that it was against a noble, but anyway. My knights are qualifying. My champion did not, though. Okay, neither did I. Okay, I have a bet to place. So, do I put it on Raoul, my vassal, on this guy, or on this guy? I'm going to put money on my my vassal. Okay, new diplomacy perk. My nephew and Count Robert fought, and my nephew is through to the semi-final. Cool. New diplomacy perk. Room to rule. Easy. All of our children get extra stats. I think it's between 1 and 3 stats. And it'll be in whatever their education is in, I think. Yeah, so because he's doing a... Actually, it doesn't say where his education is for him, does it? Wait, should there not be a thing to... Oh, right, it doesn't show up unless you hover. Is that new, that it doesn't show up unless you hover? I think it might be. But yeah, because he's doing stewardship, he got stewardship from it. So, yeah, generally pretty good. We can now leave this, by the way. In fact, we probably should. We've got everything we need. Did I just go stewardship? Maybe try and earn some more money to buy some more buildings and things? Yeah, I think so. Maybe I'll just take the 10% income. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, anyway, back As I shuffle aside to let someone by, no sooner have I done so than they start talking. Ah, Duke Wilgrim, fancy seeing you here. I open my mouth to respond, but Miles is too quick. I don't suppose you've got any favourites, someone you think is going to take home the win. Me, I've got a good feeling about Berengui. I consider my options for a moment. Maybe it's best to just agree. No, it's obviously going to be Raoul. You fought doodle. Okay, who made it through to the second round? We have Savrix. We have Hughes. We have Raoul. And we have Guillaume. Okay. Hey, my nephew and my vassal are on different sides of the bracket. Fantastic. Okay, Raoul is through to the final. The bet is still on. Savrix knocked out my nephew. Good try though, nephew. Good try. So this is my sister's son. Okay. Okay, Raoul, it's time for you to win. Let's just have a look here. Savrix, 10 prowess, 7 martial. I think those are the main ones that matter here. He's got 20 prowess, 11 martial. Okay. And the winner is... Who knows? Because it doesn't mean anything when you're not competing. The picture. Raoul won. Fantastic. Hey, that means that my bet paid out. Nice. I made a very small amount of money. Anyway. That's fine. The tournament has come to a close. He has won the prize scepter, which is garbage. I gained Tourney Gore for 5 years. We gained some legitimacy. And I'll say what a great occasion. Oh, and then the stands fell down. Well, let's compensate the victims, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. And you've increased control over here. That's great. Let's head home. Wonderful. So if we have a look at the control map mode now, we've now got control everywhere. So even though it wasn't our land directly, it is going to give us like more taxes because they're earning more money. Let's stick you onto train commanders. And then I can upgrade my acclaimed knight. It's a knight of hunts. Can I just upgrade Huntmaster directly? What's the next level get us? Reduced hunt peril. You know what? Sure. Just make Huntmaster better on this one. I'm just going to upgrade it to level 2. This is one of the nice things about the new accolade system is that you can just upgrade the one trait you actually want. Instead of upgrading, like, you know, like, oh, I'm going to have 1 Huntmaster and then 1 Stalwart. So I get 5 travel safety. It's like, okay. Actually, I just want him to be really good at being a Huntsmaster. And yeah, I think that works. Anyway, for now, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.